to my channel. It's Miriam and I'm super happy to have you here. And today we're going to talk about something really exciting and a topic that I wanted to talk about for a long time, and it has been requested a lot on my channel. We're going to talk about how moving to Italy transformed my life. So let's get into the video. So we're going to talk about that while I get ready for the library, because I need to study and yeah. But guys, like, moving to Italy and like moving abroad has changed my entire life. Like, we're not only going to be talking about the ways in which like the culture changed me, but like how moving abroad just changed my self-image in so many ways, and how it's going to change yours as well if you're thinking about moving abroad. A little disclaimer at this point: if you're thinking about moving abroad, you have to do it. Like, you absolutely have to do it. And especially if you're living in Europe and you're thinking about moving to another country, why don't you do it? Like, you have to do it. You absolutely have to do it, and I'm gonna tell you why. So I'm just gonna start by saying like the most obvious things first, because I think that's just like the way to go. So obviously when I came here to Italy, I didn't know anyone. I didn't know the language. I just essentially didn't know anything about the culture really as well, because I've been here a couple of times before on vacation, also to Rome, but you know, like going on vacation somewhere and really actually like moving there are obviously like two very different things. So when I got here, I was just like, I think like there's like different phases you go through as well when you move to a new country. And like at first you're just like all like in awe of the beauty, because like obviously like Rome is like one of the most beautiful cities in the world. And so like at first you're just like very like positively shocked, I think. And that happened to me as well. Like, I saw this module once where it was like, you know, first it goes like up and then you have a culture shock and it just goes like down, but then you also know that you're really immersed in the culture. And that really stuck with me, because I went through the exact same thing. Like, at first everything just feels like so amazing and you're just like completely astonished by everything, and then it goes kind of up like for a certain amount of time, and then you just have the culture shock. And that was the moment for me where I just experienced the most growth I've ever experienced in my life. I think that everyone should go through a moment like that, because like that just prepares you so much for your life, like in so many ways. And it's just insane, because like the way I like had to go beyond my own limits and out of my comfort zone to, you know, because like when you're here, like when you're alone here, you just don't really, first of all, like you don't really know anyone, and you just kind of are on your own. And obviously like I still have my parents and they could technically like fly here and help me, but like, you know, like that's just really like the last resort. So you're just like on your own. So you're just like on your own kind of, and you just like have to figure things out. And that's what I had to do as well. And that's what you're gonna have to do as well, like if you move abroad. But that is such an amazing thing. And hear me out, like it might not feel great in the moment, like you might cry and it might be like stressful and like all, you know, like over the place, and you might want to like go back home, but don't go back home. Like, resist in that period, because like that is gonna make you grow so much. Like, if I tell you that I don't know really who I was before I moved abroad anymore, I mean it. Like, I just changed entirely. Like, my whole self-image, like my confidence, everything just exponentially grew, I feel like. Because like, you know, when you're placed, like I think that just like moving abroad is just like such a good training for yourself, in a sense, like for your whole relationship with yourself. Because when you move to a country and you don't know anything, you don't really know the language, like you don't really know the culture, you don't really know anyone as well, and obviously like you can like always like be like, obviously like friends can't always like come from your own country or your parents or something, so you're just like on your own. And when that happens, like you are just first of all like being forced to spend time with yourself, and like really spend time with yourself, like take yourself on dates and like enjoy yourself, because like you have so much to explore that you just are going to want to do that, you know? And like in my hometown, I always felt kind of weird when I was going to a cafe alone, because like I felt like nobody really did that. But like especially if you move to a bigger city like Rome, for example, then, and for me, like Rome is a really big city. Like some people might say it's not a big city, but like I think it's pretty big. So like if you move to a bigger city, then you are just going to be forced to explore it on your own, kind of, because like obviously you moved there so you want to explore it, so you're gonna have to do it on your own, because you, realistically speaking, not know anyone when you just first move there. Like that's just like, you know, like, so that is going to put you in so many new situations, and you are just like, you are just going to enjoy spending time on your own so much more. And let me tell you, that is so crucial for all of your further relationships in life, like with friends, romantic relationships, even with your parents. Like the relationship that you are going to develop with yourself when you move abroad is just next level, because like there is just no way that like you're going to be pushed out of your comfort zone in your hometown the same way as when you move abroad or like somewhere else, because like you just have to expand. Like you just have to expand as a person. Like there's just no way, because like first of all you have to learn another language, which is just already like putting yourself in like embarrassing situations, and like, you know, trying to speak the language and everything. Like that just does so much for your confidence. And then also like you're going to, like, if you want to make friends, like let's be honest, you have to talk to people. So you're going to have to talk to new people, like, you know, like introduce yourself, and like trying to like make a conversation, and like, you know, like just get to know new cultures. And that expanded my horizon so much. Like I met people from all over the world. Like I am friends with so many different people from so many different cultures, that made me so much more aware of the way like cultures are so inherently different, and like things that might be common in my culture are just so uncommon in other cultures. And like the way that we can just all connect, even though we're from such different backgrounds, is just so beautiful. And that really showed me how, like, you know, you can really find amazing friends and learn so much about the world, and like how we're all connected in the world as well. And it just like broadened my horizon in so many ways. And so then obviously I also learned Italian, and I mean, like I did a language class, and I know that some people who live here like don't really know Italian, even though they studied here for some years. And I'm not like, I don't want to blame that, like, you know, that's totally fine, like you do you. But if you want to move abroad, please learn the language. Like if you don't know language, you're just like, you realistically just can't really immerse yourself into the culture that much, because like if you don't know the culture, like you're not gonna be able to like listen to conversations, like I don't know, like listen to like Italian people speak in a way. Like that just makes sense in my mind, but I don't know, I think it sounds very like just very like yeah, of course you can, but like, you know, because I feel like there's just so many like nuances that you can only understand when you really understand the language as well. And like the way people behave, and like the social context and everything, like if you don't know language, like what are you doing? Because like you just cannot really understand the way the culture functions. So please do me a favor and do yourself a favor and study the language, or at least try to study the language when you move to a new country. And especially in Rome, honestly, you will have to learn the language, because like if you have to deal with any sort of bureaucracy stuff, then you need to learn language, because like otherwise you just can't do it. And so that is obviously also just going, like that is an incredible skill that you get, like just like kind of on the side. Because like the thing I think with moving abroad is that you just acquire so many skills that will help you so much throughout your entire life. My phone just completely like went out of battery and deleted the 9-minute video I was still like talking. But it's okay, we're gonna keep going. So all I want to say is that, you know, especially if you're concerned about like the job market and like your career and everything, and you're like scared that like maybe moving abroad is going to, or like taking a gap year is going to like, you know, like mess with that in a sense, have you ever considered the amount of skills that you are going to acquire and the way that you're going to face so many problems that you're going to solve, and you're going to become such a problem solver, and like the way you're going to broaden your horizon, like that, like everything of that is what you will acquire when you move abroad. And those skills are golden. Like I'm telling you, everyone can start university right after like school. Everyone can do that. Like everyone can do it. It's not hard. But what is hard is to actually put yourself in situations where you know you're going to be all on your own, and you know like you have to fix them, and like nobody's there to fix them for you, so you have to do it yourself. And those like skills will really prepare you in so many ways also for your future life. Like all that I'm telling you right now is actually that really moving abroad is preparing you for life, even if it's just for a season, like even if it's just for like a season in your life, and like it's only for maybe a year or half a year even, but like it's preparing you for your life in so many ways. And also, I used to be one of those people who would really plan their entire life, like try to like have it all like organized, and like I want to go to this uni, and then I want to move there, and then I want to like have that GPA, you know. It just really doesn't work like that. Like it just really doesn't. And I had to really understand that when I moved here, because like so many things are going to happen. Like you will be faced with so many like so many coincidences are gonna happen in your life. Like you can meet one person and your entire life plan can change. Like it really can. And just never be too close down to how your life has to look like, because like that is actually being very like unfair to yourself, because like you don't know if that vision that you have now is still going to make you happy in like 10 years when you actually get there. Like, you know, I'm not saying that you don't have to have goals, because I think goals are amazing. Like we all should have certain amounts of goals, but like when you focus too much about like how specifically everything has to work out, you're closing yourself off to so many amazing opportunities that can come your way, and that like, you know, like would actually be amazing for you, and like that you would love. But like if you're just too focused on one way and it all has to go one path, then like all of the coincidences that can happen when you, for example, move abroad, like you just can't really fully like accept them, because you're just so closed off. So never close yourself off too much. Like when you move abroad, please like be open to new experiences, be open to like changes, and like just be open to like your life changing, because like it will, and I promise you that, but like in the best ways, if you're open to it, and if you're like actually like positive about it, if you just like, you know, just like focusing on the good. Like honestly, just focus on the good. And yeah. But, you know, I don't want to make it sound like moving abroad is all rainbows and butterflies. Maybe I do make it sound like that, because, like, I really believe that you can acquire many, many skills from moving abroad. And I know it's not easy. Like, I've been there. Like, I have faced so many issues myself. And, like, I've been there. Like, I really have. But, like, I really do believe that even if those, like, issues, like, appear to me very real and, like, very big at that time, it made me grow so much, and I know it's gonna make you grow so much as well. And always keep in mind that you can always go back to your old life. Like you can always go back. Like I really do believe that. Like I really believe that like your old life, especially if you're like in high school and like you're thinking about like taking a gap year or like moving abroad to study, like your old life doesn't run away, you know. Like if you move abroad and you decide that you don't like it after like a year or like half a year or even 2 months, like, or even 2 days, like you can literally just go back. Like there is this option, you know. Like I really believe that. And just don't be scared of trying to do new things, and like, you know, you're gonna have an amazing time, I'm sure of that. And it's gonna be hard sometimes. I'm not trying to sugarcoat that in any way, but like try to go abroad with like a positive mindset if you're thinking about moving abroad, which I know you are because you clicked on this video. And if you stayed until here, like I hope I could impact you in some positive ways. And just really like try to, if you move abroad, just move abroad with the idea of having a positive mindset that you can do everything, like everything is going to work out for you, and build the trust in yourself, and your confidence is going to grow so much, and you're going to come out of this as a completely new person, but in a really good way. And yeah, I just really hope that this video could motivate you a little bit, and like maybe give you a little bit of like the positive side. Like of course, if you want me to, I can also talk a bit about the negative side, and like how, you know, like being homesick and all of that like affects you as well. But like at the end of the day, like this has been what I believe is most important to take away from my moving abroad experience. And yeah, I grew a lot, as you can tell. and yeah, I'm sending you all so much positive vibes and good luck with everything. And if you like this video, follow for more, and please like, because like it really helps me to see like that you like my content. So I would really appreciate that. And I love you, sending you love, and I hope to see you soon. Bye guys.